My name is Emily, I'm 32 years old, and I've been married to my husband, Jake, for about 3 years. We have a wonderful relationship and are very close to his younger sister, Lily. She and I get along like real sisters. This story involves a man named Ryan, who later married Lily. Jake and I have been together for over 10 years, so we've always been protective of Lily, like second parents. We've always wanted her to be happy. When Lily got engaged, she was excited to introduce her fiancé to us. "I want you to meet Ryan," she said. This was a big moment for us. Seeing Lily find her partner made us so happy. We were thrilled about her future and proud of her. The day finally came when Lily brought Ryan to meet us. He looked to be about my age, maybe a little older, 5 years older than Lily, to be exact. I thought to myself that Lily must like older men. Ryan seemed calm and confident, but I noticed he kept looking at me. At first, I wondered if there was something wrong with my outfit or hair, but everything seemed fine. When he realized he was staring, he quickly looked away. Jake and I decided not to think too much about it. We introduced ourselves and started chatting with Ryan and Lily. "Please take good care of my sister," Jake said warmly, smiling at Ryan. The atmosphere became more relaxed, and we all enjoyed getting to know each other. At one point, Jake asked Ryan about his job. "Ryan, where do you work?" Ryan sat up straighter and proudly said, "I work at Bright Games, the gaming company that's growing really fast right now." "Bright Games? The famous one?" Jake asked. "That's right," Ryan said confidently. "They hired me directly last year because they saw my skills. It was like a promotion for me. I didn't start as a regular employee, so I'm moving up the ladder quickly. My salary is already increasing. You don't need to worry about Lily's future." Hearing this, Jake and I were surprised. Bright Games is a well-known company, and Ryan seemed proud of his achievements. Later, we talked about how Ryan and Lily met. They explained that a mutual friend introduced them. "I wasn't actively looking for someone," Lily said, "but when I met Ryan, I couldn't stop smiling. He's a bit clumsy, but it's cute." Their story was sweet, and it was obvious they cared about each other, but something about Ryan's behavior stayed in the back of my mind. As they were getting ready to leave, Ryan suddenly came up to me and asked, "Don't you remember me?" I blinked, confused. "What do you mean?" I asked. "Are you sure you don't recognize me?" he asked again, looking a little disappointed. I tried to remember, but his face didn't seem familiar at all. Ryan sighed and said, "Let's exchange numbers. Maybe you'll remember later. Tell Jake about it, too." I forgot to exchange numbers with him. Ryan's sudden casual tone shocked me. Even if we had known each other before, I couldn't remember it, and I didn't recall being close to anyone who would speak so rudely. I was full of questions. Who was he? How did we know each other? But since Lily was there, it didn't feel right to ask, so I kept quiet. After we exchanged contact info, I thought about texting him to clear things up, but before I could, Ryan messaged me first. "I'm surprised the quiet girl who always sat in the corner of the classroom in elementary school got married before me. You haven't changed much. I recognized you right away." His message stunned me. Back in elementary school, I was teased a lot. Those were painful memories, and my family moved away before middle school to start fresh. In our new town, I met Jake, who became my best friend and eventually my husband. I rarely thought about my elementary school years. Curious, I replied, "What do you mean?" I also made it clear that Jake was part of our conversations. I told Ryan that Jake would be included in any future exchanges between us. I didn't share my personal history with him, though. Ryan then asked, smiling, "Do you remember being called Sad Girl in elementary school?" Hearing that nickname sent a chill down my spine. Sad Girl was what my classmates called me because I came from a single-parent home. Even though we weren't poor, rumors spread among the kids, fueled by gossiping moms. The teasing got so bad that my mom considered taking legal action, and we decided to move away. Trying to stay calm, I replied, "Please watch what you say. You're my sister-in-law's fiancé, and that's it. Don't bring up things that don't matter." After that, Ryan stopped messaging me. I hoped he had taken my words seriously. But Jake had been watching the exchange, and he wasn't happy. His face darkened. "What's wrong with that guy? He's acting like you're still the same kid he knew in elementary school. Does he even realize you're his future sister-in-law?" Jake said angrily. I tried to calm him down. "Let it go, Jake, it's fine," I said, though I was just as unsettled. Still, I decided to dig deeper. I called my mom and asked her to find an old class photo from my elementary school days. When she found one, she said, Isn't this Ryan the boy who bullied you the most? Her words brought back all the memories I had buried. Ryan was the main bully. I asked Mom for more details and had her send me the photo. Looking at it, I realized why I hadn't recognized him. He looked so different now. A few months later, Lily called unexpectedly. Emily, you haven't RSVP'd for the wedding yet. Are you and Jake coming? What invitation? We never got one, I replied, confused. Lily sounded surprised. That's strange, I definitely sent it. I'll bring it over tomorrow. The next day, she handed us the invitation in person, and we confirmed we'd be there. We had no idea what was waiting for us at the wedding. On the wedding day, Lily looked stunning in her white dress. I congratulated her with tears of joy, wishing her all the happiness in the world. But Ryan ruined the moment. He pointed at me in front of everyone. Why is she here? I didn't invite her, he said angrily. Everyone froze. It turned out Ryan had tried to keep us from attending. Then he launched into an attack. This woman grew up with just her mom. When things got tough, she ran away. Now she's married to a rich guy, probably thinking life will be easy. She's just a gold digger, he sneered. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Jake, sitting beside me, clenched his fists, his face red with anger. I grabbed his arm to keep him calm, but Ryan wasn't done. He looked straight at me and said, I work at a big company and make good money. Are you planning to use your connection to me as your sister-in-law to get something from me? The crowd started whispering, and some of Ryan's friends even laughed, as if they shared his small-minded view. I went to a staff member and asked for the microphone. Matt looked smug, like he expected me to say something emotional or irrational, but I stayed calm. This is ridiculous, I said. You, who can't even recognize your own company's CEO, call yourself a professional? Think carefully. If you want to sever ties with me, I'll meet you in the CEO's office tomorrow to discuss your future with the company. I handed back the microphone and returned to my seat with confidence. Jake stood up and walked toward the exit, with Lily following close behind. Matt called out to her in confusion. Wait, why are you leaving too? I'm just trying to deal with her. There shouldn't be any problem, right? Lily turned to him, her face cold. You really don't know Emily, do you? She asked. She's the CEO of Summit Tech, the company you work for. I respect her deeply. I can't forgive you for insulting her. This engagement is over. Be ready for the consequences. Matt was stunned, his confidence shattered. Lily then spoke to the venue staff and removed her wedding dress. She informed the guests that the banquet was now a simple meal gathering and blamed Matt entirely for the breakup. The next day, as promised, I waited for Matt in the CEO's office. 2 security staff stood nearby in case he caused trouble. When Matt arrived, he seemed confident, but that quickly faded. He sat down, looking uneasy. His behavior, coming in without permission and not even greeting anyone, was rude and unprofessional. I can't believe this. You're actually the CEO? He said, his voice full of disbelief. If you'd done even a little research, you would have seen my name and photo on the company website. Didn't you check before coming? I asked calmly. There were some things. He mumbled, clearly unprepared. It was obvious he hadn't taken me seriously or even tried to verify the truth. He likely thought I was joking at the wedding. I'm considering terminating your employment, I told him. You can't just fire me over a misunderstanding, he protested. I'll take this to labor enforcement. I slid his resume across the table. You lied on your application, didn't you? You claimed a degree you didn't earn and skills you don't actually have, like advanced Excel and video editing. Is that correct? Well, about that. Falsifying your resume and making false claims are valid grounds for termination, I said firmly. Matt's face paled. From the start, something about him had seemed off. After our first meeting, I looked into his background. Normally, our company doesn't use headhunters, and even when we do, I personally interview the candidates. I had no memory of meeting Matt in that capacity. It turned out Matt had joined through the regular hiring process as a standard employee. Despite his claims of rapid promotion and high-level skills, his performance was mediocre at best. He was lazy, avoided responsibility, and seemed content just to have a job at a well-known company. With his engagement to Lily now broken, there was no reason for leniency. I informed him that his employment would end immediately, since he had been with the company for less than 6 months. No severance pay or transitional support was necessary. Can't you help me out as an old friend? He pleaded. I looked at him coldly. I don't see any reason to continue this relationship, I replied. I had staff escort him out of the building. Matt had hoped to rely on financial help from his father, but due to the disgrace he brought upon himself, that didn't happen. His father, already strained from dealing with past legal issues caused by Matt, finally cut ties with him. After leaving the company, Matt tried to care for his aging mother while facing mounting debts and compensation claims. Eventually, he disappeared entirely. Rumor has it that some mysterious people in black took him away, and no one has heard from him since. As for Lily, she was devastated at first. Learning the truth about Matt's character was painful, but over time, she came to see it as a blessing in disguise. 6 months later, her smile returned, and she began looking forward to meeting someone new. Seeing Lily happy again, Jake and I are truly relieved. She's even talking about starting a family someday. Things are finally looking up for all of us.